Got a 2012 Subaru Outback. It's got a loud growl coming from this back side. And for any of you who have a Subaru or know anything about Subarus, got a wheel bearing, guaranteed. So let's get this jacked up and let's test it out. So now that we got the tire in the air, we can go ahead and give it a spin, and you can hear how it's filling nut left, and then pretty simple. There you go. Bad wheel bearing. As soon as I said it, I figured that's what it was. Didn't really have to test drive it, but test drive it, heard the growl. That's what it is. We're just gonna attempt to just remove the caliper bracket all in one. 14 millimeter bolts. Top one right here. There we go. How rusted these on here, you want as much leverage as you can get. So the longer the wrench. I think this is a 10-inch. And then the other one is right there. Now, before I get yelled at and cussed at for not hooking that up, a lot of flat surfaces down here, so it's not too big of a deal. So that right there never comes off that easy. A lot of times these brake shoes get caught up. So you got this corrosion right here, and then you got the emergency brake shoes locked onto the sides here. That's the case, you just gotta finesse it, beat it off if you have to. We really shouldn't have to mess with any of the brake shoes right now. Now we should just go back behind here, and should be 4 of them. There's 1, 2, 3, and then 4. No, should be 14 millimeter. We'll see that too. First run. Let's not jump ahead. Right here is a 10 millimeter. We got to get that bolt off for the speed sensor. See, it should be 10. Oh, wow. Come on, there we go. Rust. These are usually pretty hard to get out up here in the Midwest. So hopefully we don't break it. They are plastic, so I'll be very gentle with them. Crack it loose. No real special way to do this, just kind of get something lock on and give it a quick twist. Actually, that came out very nice. So yeah, like I said, that's it. So that was not really welded in there, so that's great. Okay, yeah, they are 14 millimeter. Oh, okay. So far, so good. You're in my way, so I really can't see where the next bolt is. It's up here. No, I can't see them. You guys are gonna have to go. Apologize if I run into any issues. I will stop and film. In the meantime, while I'm cranking away on those, go ahead and remove 32 millimeter nut right here. Oh, look at that. Yeah, it's free too. You want to make sure this axle is definitely free, because if you could push that back, it gives you more room to reach those 4 bolts back there too. So far I haven't needed to. They're coming right out, but like I said, I'll come back if something goes wrong. Alright, so yeah, pretty easy. The only thing I did change is I did have to add a 3-inch extension to get to the ones towards the front of the car. But other than that, it wasn't terrible at all. Oh, so I came down like this way. I'm down into it. I can't. I'm just trying to show you. That's out, and then there's one more right there. And believe it or not, that was the easy part. The hardest part is really just getting it off. Usually they're pretty stuck in there. We'll just give it some inspiration. Try to jar it loose. It is moving. Now be careful, because this whole assembly could come off, which I assume it is going to come off. Just there we go. There's the assembly, like I said. So we're just going to want to wiggle this out like that. There you go. That's the wheel bearing. Oh yeah, it's rough. Take this off, just set this down. This has been changed before, because there is anti. So I said I'd come back if I had an issue. I did have an issue, just it wasn't with the job itself. To access those 4 screws, again, 4 bolts, incredibly easy. This job can be done within 15 to 20 minutes in the perfect setting. I could have had it done in less than a half an hour, but because I got sold a bad wheel bearing, so they gave me a full refund and got a new one. This one does work. Now, if you do have trouble pushing the wheel bearing onto the spindle, which I don't know why. I have had it on a couple Hondas, I want to say, but definitely on Subarus, where I've seen this several times, where it's really hard to get this in there. You didn't think it was going to. You just pull out the axle as far as you can, like sit this on here, and kind of hit this with the hammer a little bit, just to push it in, just enough to get that nut on. And then the nut, when we tighten it, which is the 32 millimeter, which I'm going to do right now, it'll suck it the rest of the way in, the axle. See, it's coming in. This one's gonna be a little rougher. Now, you should always replace this axle nut, except they didn't supply me with one. So we can reuse it. We'll just have to notch it again, but replace your axle nut too. There's just a couple bucks. Just do it. Do it right the first time. There. And actually, it's funny because it actually almost matches up to where it was. So essentially, if you got like a chisel or something, use a screwdriver. But if you got a chisel, that'll work too. Oh, if I can get it good. There we go. That's better. So essentially, you just want to. Sorry, it's a lot of light. Let me kill that for you. There you go. There's just. You want to get that notch done. There's a notch in the axle threads. You just want to clip that in. Yeah, that's really it. So that's all in. That's all in. So now it's just, let's get the rotor, put all that stuff back together. Very nice. And really that's it for this job. We'll put back this caliper bracket right here. And then we can go ahead and put back the speed sensor. Let me see if that goes this way. Yeah, that goes this way, which you just drop it back in like that. What is stopping it? Oh, I see what's going on. Okay, that's an easy fix. We're just gonna get some of the corrosion in there taken out, but other than that, yeah, you just push this back in there and you're good to go. Hope this video helped. If it did, hit that like button, hit that subscribe. If you can donate, donate. If you can't, at least do the one or the other. My store is now live and I do have an Instagram. Everything's down in the description. And you can see some behind the scenes, some crazy stuff that I run into on a daily basis and some travel stuff. Pretty cool places been going. So anyways, see you guys next time.